Hello, guys.
Hello.
It is really cool to meet all of you. Have you guys been told yet by anyone that this is like, to me at least so far, it's like the modern day, you know, classic. It's already feeling that to me. Have you guys been told this?
Well, I don't know if tell is the right way. We've definitely all, I think, very quickly when we came onto the project, we got that sense right away that this was going to be like anything that we'd ever had the privilege to work on before. Me personally, I would say this is right up there.
Well, I think the interesting thing was that when we originally got cast, I don't believe that it had been announced that Disney was involved. So when that came out, once we were on set, it's like, oh,
who's the boss now?
So, and it was the first time for Steven and Disney to collaborate and work together. So
also,
that definitely went, whoa, this could be special.
Do you guys, I mean, working together once you've actually done something like I guess the first question is, were you filming this stuff mostly together, or motion capture separately? Or?
Yeah, no, it was very much together actually. So we had a month or so of working with a movement choreographer called Terry Notary, who kind of pioneered a lot of performance capture from the actor's perspective over the last 10 or 15 years. And then once you actually get into what's called a volume, which is basically this massive sound stage with a grid of cameras above it, you essentially play out the scenes as full scenes all together. And it picks up every conceivable angle of that scene simultaneously in real time. So it was almost like doing like small little pieces of theatre. So we all got to play together throughout the entire thing. So it was very much a sort of you know, gaggle of the 9 and 10 of us sort of working together.
And you guys have that one big scene where the cars are on the hill coming down. Was that fun to do?
There was. It was. You know what was funny about that actually was like for me, I had these little foam cars that I was carrying up the hill, and then I stood on each of them, and we were ready, and you were on kind of another virtual hill, and we're both sort of shouting, and everybody's watching and shouting. And the next day, they were shooting Ruby in one of the cars. And I felt really guilty because apparently she was feeling a bit sick. and they were saying, do we have to move the car so much? And then they were running over to the guy from Weta who was seeing what I had done the day before and going, yep, he moved his foot all the time. Yeah. So I was like, oh, if only I'd known and just thought about it, I could have just given her an easy
That's amazing.
Yeah, that scene I really enjoyed. Like, obviously, I didn't roller skate down the hill.
Ruined it.
No, I did.
I did. I made it look like I did. And nor did I have, I don't want to give anything away, nor did I get hurt. It was, that scene, I really enjoyed that whole sequence.
Do you guys, what was the interaction like with Steven Spielberg? Because that's many actors' dreams, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
He was just, I think, the perfect combination of everything that an actor could hope for. He was supportive and generous. He had amazing lightness, but when there was dark material, he very, very focused, and everything was, you know, very specifically. But I think that he has that kind of awareness of himself and who he is and who everybody on set is, and to know that he has to sort of, you know, we were saying earlier, lead the charge. He's that guy. So as an actor, I really, you know, I can envision a short list of people that I think would have that same kind of effect and that same kind of sway. But it was an incredible experience.
Did you guys, any of you, have a particular moment that really struck home for you that was just like, that's the best moment I've filmed so far?
We had a sequence where, without giving too much plot away, we are in this cargo net. So on set, we had to lay down in a cargo net, and they lifted us off the ground probably about 2 or 3 feet. And then Steven actually would lay down underneath us, holding his coffee mug,
so you
and just be looking up at us. And, oh, that's great, Dan. Yeah, more of that. And you're just like, this is not happening right now.
Feet away from me.
Laying on the floor underneath me. But that was also a testament to just how comfortable he is in being who he is, you know, that there was no real air about him. You know, he lets his body of work speak for itself and has really nothing to prove to anybody. So he's very down to earth in that regard. You know, he just shows up and ready to work.
In terms of playing giants, was there a particular body language that you guys were imitating or thinking of, or anything you guys were working on beforehand.
We did have this month working with Terry that I mentioned before, and so he
Right.
bought he bought some weights, and he bought these
really?
like big elastics that we could get pressure against and stuff. So he helped us hugely to try and find, because the big challenge is to find the actual physical weight of these guys, and the way that they move through space. So we spent a lot of time with Terry, be able to see these rough renderings of our giants on a screen, so we could see how what we were doing translated into what these giants were going to look like. So, yeah.
And have you all seen the film now?
Yes.
And any comments afterwards now?
It's a beautiful film with a lot of heart, and I think that's the thing. I think Steven has a lot of heart, and he put so does Mark. I mean, I think the relationship between Mark and Ruby, which is the big friendly giant, and Sophie, is a beautiful one to watch on screen. There was so much heart that all the actors put into it, as did Steven, and I think that really shows.
Well, thank you guys very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.